This new Paldean Tauros deck I've got here plays 8 Tauros cards, which is crazy. This new Paldean Tauros can do some big damage for just 1 energy and can even donk the opponent. So I'm super excited to show off my brand new Paldean Tauros deck in action on Pokemon TCG Live. So welcome back everybody to a brand new Pokemon TCG Live Phantasmal Flames deck video. Finally back home from Las Vegas, and I cannot wait to really start now to deep dive into the Phantasmal Flames decks, including trying out the brand new one prizer Tauros deck, which I think is actually quite strong, mainly because of the new Paldean Tauros' attack, Raging Charge. For 1 single fighting energy, you do 40 damage for each of your Pokemon that have Tauros in the name on your board that have damage counters on them. Now, this is pretty strong because we can play this with Paldean Tauros, but then we can also play regular Tauros with it. And when you combine that with the Stadium card, Risky Ruins, whenever either player benches a non-basic dark Pokemon, they put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. So whenever we put a Tauros on our bench, it takes 20 damage, which then fuels the attack of Raging Charge, which is quite awesome, making this guy hit really, really hard, really quickly for just a single energy. I mean, if you can do this turn 1 going second, you can sometimes take a turn 1 knockout donking your opponent, which is quite awesome. Only 1 energy. Also, being a fighting type means you got a lot of support. Like Fighting Gong, really good card to find your Paldean Tauros and your fighting energy. And there's Premium Power Pro for a little bit of extra damage. You already hit pretty dang hard, but now that we have Power Pro in the mix, we can do even more damage. There's also Brave Bangle we can play in the deck to do more damage too. We could also play Max Belt, but I've opted to play Secret Box as my ace-spec card instead, because you do need to find Risky Ruins at the end of the day. This deck really doesn't function without Risky Ruins. So, in order to find it, we're going to play Secret Box to help find the Risky Ruins, and that's why we are using Box as our ace-spec. Max Belt could be cute, so you can, like, reach some dangerous numbers on big Stage 2 Pokemon, like Dragapult and Gardevoir, which is extremely tanky. I mean, at the end of the day, you are a goofy one-price deck that, while it does have a lot of good things going for it, big damage, donk potential, 1 energy attacks, you still might struggle against like Stage 2 decks that have the ability to take multi-price turns, which is a little annoying, but I do like how powerful and crazy this deck is. I mean, literally the only Pokemon is just Tauros. There's nothing else. No Fez, no Shaman, no Bundle, no Budu, nothing like that. I mean, maybe we're just focusing solely on the Tauros because, like, we don't want to bench anything else. We can't play Solrock Lunatone because then we do less damage with our Paldean Tauros. There's no Mega Lucario, nothing like that. We're just going all in on the Tauros, playing a ton of supporters to make ourselves as consistent as possible and less bricky as possible too. Now, before we get in the video, big shout to the sponsor Card Cavern TCG. If you're going to get any Phantasmal Flames code, still get them over at Card Cavern. Of course, Card Cavern's got codes online for the cheapest. If you get anything over at Card Cavern at the checkout, use my discount code CODELIA for a 5% discount on your order. Help the channel, help yourself, and end up our Card Cavern. Shout out Card Cavern, check them out down below. Also, shout out to my second sponsor, TC Evolutions, down below. If you want to get any of the awesome product they sell there, their dice, damage counters, ability markers, great stuff to have when playing IRL Pokemon TCG tabletop. Check them out down below. You can all the F over there for a 10% discount at the checkout. Shout out my 2 sponsors. The link will be in the description down below. And also, shout out to my second channel if you want to go get more content from me. I just posted my Las Vegas Regionals tournament report where I placed 185th place with Grim Snarliax. You want to hear my tournament report, how my run went, why I chose the deck, check out that report down below. Also, I just reacted to the brand new Mega Frostlass and End Zekrom cards if you want to catch that too. And why not subscribe here to the main channel? We got daily Phantasmal Flames content here, so I'm excited for that. So, here is the list that I've got for the Tauros deck. Like I said, just 8 Tauros cards. That's it. And again, we are playing a lot of supporters. I did base this list off of something I saw in Pokébook. Their list was also playing Lucky Helmet. So you can, like, Lucky Helmet your Paldean Tauros, you get Iono'd, you can draw a couple cards, which isn't a bad idea. So I could see Lucky Helmet honestly being good. I wish there was more ways to find Stadium cards in this deck too, other than Risky Ruins. In theory, you could also play this deck with something dumb like Area Zero, but, like, I don't know how we're getting 2 more Tauros on the bench and getting damage on them. So that probably won't work, but that would be a funny idea. I know somebody might comment the idea of Area Zero because you can then technically bench more Pokemon. You can honestly play more draw in the deck. I'm playing 2 Arven, 2 Iono, 2 Hassel, 3 Boss, 4 Research, 4 Lillie. More supporters isn't bad either. We do have the 1 of Venture Bomb just to maybe try to get some more damage. Maybe even on our active Tauros that maybe sometimes doesn't have damage on it. This deck could be a little weak to decks that have, like, a bunch of stadiums, obviously. If they can keep bumping Risky Ruins and Iono you, it does get a little sketchy. But it's a very fun deck to play, and I can't wait to show it off in action on Pokemon TCG Live. Let's go check it out. All right, in this game, we open up with the Paldean Tauros. Now we need to find Risky Ruins and all the other Tauros, and we'll be talking. We got Turbo Venture Bomb we can play too, try to get damage on the active here. Ooh, we hit Raging Bolt. All right. I mean, we are playing a one-prizer deck, so hopefully we're favored. We can maybe get a turn 1 knockout on their active Raging Bolt. That'd be nice. But yeah, we need Just need to find Risky Ruins. And we're talking. My opponent does have turn 1 Vessel. Do they have turn 1 Fan Rotom? It's the main question I'll be asking them. So yeah, I think we're just going to go attach, play the bomb, research, hope for the best. Good Lillie. Can see more cards by Lillie, but I'm also... Nah, I don't know about Lillie. They do play Squawk. Wondering if they even have Owls now. They're playing Squawk. Maybe they don't put the Owls. They could be playing Wellspring Ogerpon. We have to be a little mindful of that. Maybe I don't play the Venture Bomb. Well, no, Wellspring only does 100, right? We're weak to Psychic, not Water. Maybe it's okay. Penny and Sada. This is definitely like a Turbo Bolt deck. I actually don't think there's a Wellspring in the deck. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a Wellspring here. There's a Raging Bolt EX. Yeah, I'm assuming there's no Wellspring. Or there is Wellsprings, right? There's no Owls, but there's maybe Wellspring. There's Jamming Tower, sure. Bravery Charm. Ooh, that's annoying. I actually won't be able to knock out the active here as easily now, because I have to use Risky Ruins, which means they'll get access to the Charm. Okay, that's really annoying they have Bravery Charm. That's actually a pretty good starting hand. They still have Squawkabilly, and they get rid of another energy. Oh, no. Now they Vesseled for it. All right. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens here. The Raging Bolt looks weird. What the heck? I'm pretty sure it's like a visual glitch. I think there's a maintenance today that might fix it. Ooh, they just pass. Okay. Oh, look at that. We top deck Risky Ruins. All right. Let's start the turn off with Venture Bomb here. Flipping Tails. It's fine. As long as I'm... Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? I honestly would rather maybe hit myself at that point. I think we just rip the research here. Nice. Let's go. We got one Tauros. We got Nest Ball. We got another Tauros. We got Fighting Gong. For another Tauros. How much are we doing? 160? We got the knockout. Let's go, baby. Turn 1 knockout. Oh, my God. 190 damage. Now the Bravery Charm wasn't as threatening as I thought it was. Good. See what our prize is. Nice. Another Tauros. Welcome to the party. Now, we are in a world where we're probably going to have to Secret Box next turn. That's fine, though. That was a really good turn. Getting the knockout early on is really good. Now, again, they might be playing Wellspring Ogerpon. I don't think we have to worry about it right now anyways. I don't know. We didn't see any Fan Rotoms. Clearly, this is like a Turbo Raging Bolt deck. They take a bit of damage from the Ruins, which is good. I don't know what stadium they're playing either, so... I mean, if Risky Ruins can stick around for a couple of turns, that'd be nice. We have Secret Box, a second one in hand. Just nice to know. All right, they have 8 cards here. What else is in their deck? I need more info, man. I don't have a lot of info here. All I know is this Raging Bolt deck with Bravery Charm, Squawkabilly, Penny, and stuff. They have Teal Mask, but I haven't seen Teal Mask yet. Like, I'm assuming there's no Owls. Like, I feel like we would have seen a Fan Rotom come down by now. So, I'm under the assumption they don't play any Owls in their deck. It's probably Owlless Turbo Raging Bolt, which is pretty good for my deck, I would say. Okay, more Pokemon coming down with the Risky Ruins in effect. They can take a knockout here. They get rid of 2 energy, though. And we should hopefully be able to kill them in return. We're hitting pretty hard. I mean, this matchup is basically just don't whiff on beat. Pretty easy stuff, right? We got more Tauros to work with here, which is nice. I do have the Secret Box way of Risky Ruins, but that's fine. What's our top deck? Arven? Okay, sure. Well, Secret Box for research. Do I want Hassel? I think I want research. Research. Bangle. I need an item. I do need an energy. Should I get a Tauros or an energy? I don't want to whiff an energy. I mean, we can maybe afford to whiff one turn of not attacking. It's not like the end of the world. But, I mean, it would be nice if we got the attack. Maybe go... I like Rod. Rod gives me a better chance. I get the Tauros. Yeah, I like Rod. You could do this. I could also Rod back this and leave that option open for a Night Stretcher. Yeah, let's do that. We're doing how much here? 160. Slap that Brave Bangle on. Rip the research. Okay, we're chilling. We got the Bulls. Got another Tauros. 230s. We need one more Tauros. That's fine. 270 damage. Damn. That's a big knockout right there. Bye-bye, Raging Bolt. Not today. Now, let's see what we can get out of the prizes here. Because I have an Arven in hand, which is not really the greatest supporter, but that's fine. We have enough juice, honestly, to probably last us a couple more turns of attacking, so it probably works out in the end. I don't know. Does my opponent have a way to stop the Tauros onslaught? I don't know. We've already taken 3 prizes. We're one-trying them every time. They need to have some kind of way to take a multi-prize turn, I think. There's a Nest Ball. Probably getting Pheasantipity. We haven't seen a Gust yet on our end. So, maybe we can find a Gusting card. See if my opponent knocks me out this turn. They should be able to, obviously. I don't know if they have Hand Disruption. That's one thing to note. I don't know if my opponent's running Hand Disruption or not. Hopefully... I mean, they might. They can disrupt my hand this turn and still KO me. They can attach and do that. Pokegear fails. Oh. There's no way. I mean, they probably have a Sada here. I'd be very surprised if they didn't have a Sada. Or at least, like... Their hand probably has some way to get an energy on Raging Bolt to knock me out. Either, yeah. Like, they don't need Sada. Though it does draw them cards. Drawing cards is pretty good. See, they have a Hand Disruption card. They might be playing a Judge or an Iono. I would rather get Judge because I can see more cards. Let's see what they end up doing here. Yep, there it is. Called it. Judge it is. Hopefully our hand is good. That's pretty good. We got Boss. I can just Boss KO Fez, which I'm down to do. Leave him with 4 cards in hand. That's pretty good, actually. Boss KO Fez seems pretty good here. Teal Mask coming down, taking some damage. Do they have thing for it? They do. Yeah, I'm just going to Boss KO the Fez. That seems like the best play here. Then they have, like, 1 energy on the board. Yeah, Boss KO Fez seems pretty dirty, actually. I mean, they have Teal Dance to draw them 1 more card here, but I really don't care. Like... Bossing the Fez makes the most amount of sense. And I was right about the Judge. See, I'd rather get Judge in that situation because, like, I'm seeing more cards. And it's also random. Well, I guess getting Iono in that situation, I'm still seeing 4 cards in my top deck. I'm seeing 5 random cards, right, with the Judge plus top deck. That's why I think it was okay to get Judged. Like, Iono could have been a little scary there. But to be fair, I didn't draw any good supporters off of the research, so better chance I see Hassel or Lillie or something. Either way. We got the knockout on the Fez here. There's really not much they can do if I just take out their Fez, and then, like, what are they going to do after that? Like, they ain't cooking, man. Just need to make sure we can get another Tauros soon. How much are we doing right now? 200 damage? As long as they don't have an Iono, we should be fine. If I do get Iono, I'm going to be a little concerned. But I think it was correct to just knock out their Fez. They could have Night Stretcher in hand, but, I mean, again, they have very limited cards to work with here, right? So I'm hoping they don't just randomly have it like that. That would suck if they did just have it like that. If they, I mean, well, if they Iono me, they can't knock me out, though. So I even if I get Iono to 1, it's like, well, you're not knocking my Tauros out. Unless they go Teal Mask, Ogre Pawn. I guess they could go, like, Iono, Teal Mask, knock me out. We'll see. That's, like, worst-case scenario, right? That is not an Iono. Unless their ace-spec is unfair stamp, I think we should hopefully win here. They definitely need to get another Bravery Charm on their Raging Bolt, though, to protect it. Because I'm going to most likely KO this. If they can get a Bravery Charm on, I have to work a little bit harder to knock out the Raging Bolt this turn. Let's see if they have Bravery Charm. They can maybe find, like, Night Stretcher. They still have a Teal Dance to work with, potentially. So they can still see it. No, no Bravery Charm. All right, we don't need a whole lot here to knock out this Raging Bolt. We just need to hit a couple of outs to Tauros. We have Premium Power Pro already. So we're close to just killing this Bolt and winning the game on the spot. Let's see if we can do it. All right. Coming in hot, I guess. We don't need a whole lot, so we'll promote Tauros, and I'll just put Air Balloon on it. That's a pretty good top deck. Is that just game, actually? That might just be game. Because we can get another Tauros under the Risky Ruins. I guess I could have got a Stadium, too, actually. That would have been pretty bad. How much are we doing here? Yeah, that's game. All right, Premium Power Pro is 230 damage. All right, sick. Knockout. We don't even have to stress. We obviously had research, so... decent chance we were going to find a Night Stretcher there. We did prize a Tauros. I think we prized 2 Tauros that game. I'm pretty sure there were 2 Tauros prized, but we got there. pretty clean win. Our matchup seems pretty good. I didn't really think, like, the best they could do is hand Destroy Me and pray, right? But I mean, this deck plays so many supporters. All right, we hit a deck with rocks in it. Our turn 1 hand is actually not too bad, but we don't have the Risky Ruins. Obviously, if we had Risky Ruins, it'd be a different story. We'll see what this is. Now, I wish I could play Soul Rock Lunatone in this deck to give the deck a little bit of draw, but, like, you can't. We hit ceruledge. Okay, I mean, should probably be favored, I guess. Like, doesn't seem like a bad matchup. It just sucks that our turn 1 doesn't have the Risky Ruins. Arven top deck would be good. No shot, but an Arven top deck would go hard. Don't think we're going to get an Arven, though. I guess they have Legacy Energy, which is slightly concerning. Getting the turn 1 knockout on this Soul Rock would be very good, though. It's kind of weird because, like, I don't want to, like, bench. I don't want to bench anything. Like, I can Gong for Paldean Tauros. I just do less damage overall, which I don't want to be doing. But I don't want to also get donked, so I'll just grab this. I'm not using its, like, effect with Risky Ruins. We have the Venture Bomb, though. Honestly, I kind of like Iono here because I can see 6 more cards. I think I'll just Lillie instead, though, because I have 3 cards in it. Should be fine. It is not fine. Yikes, that hand is not very good. We're just going to pass. It might have been better to Iono and not Lillie there, now that I think about it. We have Arven for Secret Box next turn, but Secret Box doesn't really even do much for me. Yeah, this sucks. I mean, we need... yeah. I think maybe it was correct to Iono, not Lillie there. See 6 new cards instead of 8 random cards, plus shuffle the 3 I had in hand. Let's see if they knock out the Tauros. Hopefully not, but... if they knock it out, it's fine. Then that does give me the option to do more damage, so it's, like, not the end of the world. Soul Rock does not hit for weakness. They have to kill me with ceruledge, so that's that, I guess. They have to go into ceruledge if they want to knock out the Tauros, which is pretty funny. I'm assuming they have it. They're not making an action, though, which is strange. They do nothing? Okay. Are they even playing the game? An Iono. I'll attach the Tauros, just maybe if we ever get to use something with it. Iono and pray. We get a Risky Ruin. We get 1 Risky Ruins, but no Pokemon. So this is why I attach, because I can do Gather the Crew. Which at least gets me a Tauros. It's a little scuffed, but it gets the job done. Let's see if my opponent has the knockout. I don't know why they didn't do anything last turn. Their hand is surely not dead. Are they not playing the game? Hopefully they're still there. We did just get a free turn off them, though, which is pretty good. Though, honestly, next turn, I don't really know if I'm even killing ceruledge. We do get Counter Catcher, though. Killing the Squawkabilly could be good. Okay, now they're playing the game. All right. Not sure why they didn't do anything last turn. Maybe their internet cut out. I don't know. Whatever. They do have to ceruledge my Tauros here to knock it out. We get Night Stretcher. We have a pretty good hand. As long as they don't have a stadium, this hand works out pretty well. The question is, do I Counter Catcher here? Or do I just attack the active? Because we're not knocking the active out as easily. We could, but we have to draw really hot. Because we're most likely going to have to hassle for a couple cards. They're getting Fez. Yo, they mentioned Fez. I'm down to KO that. Nope, another Charcadet. It is taking 20 damage, though. At least we're getting value out of our Risky Ruins here, which is good. ceruledge usually either plays no stadiums or 1 stadium. It's, like, pretty cut and dry. So, just be mindful of Briar. But if we're taking a prize every turn, it should work out. Okay. So, this Hassel wants... I basically just need Tauros stuff. I'm probably going to be forced to CC here, to be honest. They're out of Carmine, so that's cool. Maybe they're having internet issues. It's taking a while to take a prize, too. Might be having connection issues. That's why they took a turn off. Not that it mattered. We weren't really able to capitalize on their turn that they took off anyways, other than at least we got a second Tauros on the board and got some damage on the board with Risky Ruins. I don't know. We're going to have to probably just hassle Night Stretcher back Tauros, play the Hassel. Debating. It's probably... I might have to Counter Catcher. If I can take out Squawk here, it feels decent. I don't know if I can. Depends how much damage we can cook up. Another Tauros would be good top deck. Energy is not bad. All right, let's Hassle. We got Hassel again. We do need that. As we take Tauros, Hassel, Gong. Just want to get Tauroses on the board. Bench that. Night Stretcher. Back Tauros. How much are we doing here? I don't know if we're going to be doing enough. Gong! My next Paldean Tauros. 160. So we're not knocking out Squawkabilly, unfortunately. So I'll just probably attack. Let's hit the active, whatever. Sure, it's fine. I don't know if I can afford to two-shot this. I think we need to take a prize every single turn to win this at this point. So we'll see. If we had one damage mod there, a Brave Bangle or a Premium Power Pro, we could have counter-catchered their Squawk. Maybe it's better to save. Maybe it's just attack ceruledge and pray and save counter-catcher for Legacy or something. So I am scared of Legacy Energy. It would have been a lot better if we killed the Soul Rock earlier on. Then Legacy wouldn't have been as bad. Because we would just go back on the 2-2-2 prize map. Alright, what do they got? They have 5 cards. Anything else? Like, the thing with ceruledge, we don't really have to worry about them doing any weird shenanigans other than Briar. They're just going to attack. So not even Lunar Cycle. Okay, sure. Well, another Hassel in the castle coming up. Probably just KO the active. I think I want to save counter-catcher for Legacy or something, I guess. We'll see. They're taking a while. They're probably having like internet issues. Taking forever to take a prize, bro. Take the prize. So I think we're just going to pro Tauros, Hassel, and pray that we can get something good here. So we can kill the ceruledge. We knock ceruledge out, take 2. They knock me out, I go 3, knock them out. Okay, as long as we can take a knockout every turn, I think we're just okay. All right, so we'll start with Hassel. Take this, and probably just Premium Power Pro. I could knock out Squawk. Nah. We always just KO the ceruledge here, I think. I want to make sure I can save the KO on the Squawk for later on in the game. All right, 4 and 3. Pretty good prizes, more Premium Power Pros. Because ideally, we want to one-shot a ceruledge next turn. And the Secret Box, plus the Power Pros, enables that. But if they do put a Legacy Energy on, I might have to go around it. We can maybe go, like, Boss KO Squawk into, like, Counter Catcher KO ceruledge at the end of the game or something. Let's see if they get... I mean, that's if they find the Legacy Energy. They still have 19 cards in the deck. They haven't played down Fez, or they haven't done Lunar Cycle. Though if they do play down Fez, it gives me Gust, which is pretty easy to deal with. So there's Earthen Vessel. Let's see what they grab. Just fighting fire. So they knock out. They go to 3. I go knockout. I go to 2. Then they can Briar. And we'll see. It's going to be close for sure. The game will probably come down to me blowing up ceruledge at the end of the game. It might be best to counter catcher now and then save the KO for later. If they have Iono, it gets a little sticky though. No way they play an Iono, right? Iono's objectively got to be worse than Briar. There's research. Ooh. Nothing too crazy. Cut to Scar. I mean, boss, I guess. Pal Pad. There's the Legacy Energy on the other ceruledge, though. Okay. All right, so now we just KO the active, and then we just Gust Squawkabilly for game then, right? That seems pretty good. They got the Pal Pad, putting back what? I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. Just Boss Turo, sure. Oh, but if they throw the Squawk, it gets sticky. That's actually not good. If they get to Turo Squawk next turn, we're in trouble. We really needed to get that turn 1 kill on that Soul Rock there, I feel like. It's actually not good. This is close. We get an item of our choice. Still a Tauros in there, right? This is tricky. Do I just KO the active? I could counter catcher KO the ceruledge on the bench. I go to 3, they go knockout, go to 2. I have to go back-to-back KOs. Could I realistically do that? I should have maybe saved the Brave Bangle, actually. If I go CC kill the... Because if I just knock the active, if they go Turo knockout, I just lose. Or maybe it's okay. Wait, if I go knockout ceruledge, take 2, they Briar, then I see Gust for game. But I am researching here, though. Okay, maybe it's okay to just kill this. Hopefully I'm right. Should be fine, though. I did misplay, though. I should have put the Brave Bangle on the active. That was a misplay. 330 damage, though. That would KO a Charizard EX. They could just run out of steam. This is fine. I think it was correct to do that. I like this. I like this. The more I think about it, the more I like killing the active there. Or counter-catching, for sure. We still have 1 boss in the deck, which is fine. As long as we have a boss, it should be enough to wrap things up. Also, they need to set up another ceruledge, which... They still have all their Night Stretchers, so, like, it's probably going to happen, but... Now they can't Briar anymore. But I shouldn't have wasted the Brave Bangle. That was a misplay. Wasting Brave Bangle like that was not good. I didn't do the math on the Premium Power Pro. Though, if they bench another Charcadet... Ooh, but no, they use Abyssal Flames. They have no backup ceruledge. Ooh, wait, really? Okay. I guess this does work out even better than I thought. Soul Rock can't take a prize next turn on anything. It doesn't hit for weakness. Perfect. We need 1 damage mod to kill them. Might as well play the Venture Bomb. It shouldn't make a difference either with Soul Rock. Okay, unfortunate. What the fudge? Do I thin with Gong? I'm going to thin out 1 energy here. We just need to hit 1 damage mod. Nice. We got Brave Bangle. Lit. Knockout. All right. This should be probably wraps. My opponent can't even attack next turn with a ceruledge. Like, they can Soul Rock. It's not enough, though. And they can't Briar anymore for games. So I think this is hopefully close to checkmate. I do need to find boss, though, still potentially to kill Fez or some more damage mods. There should have been a Brave Bangle on a bench Tauros, not my active. I didn't do the math correctly. I just attached the Brave Bangle before I Power Pro, and I'm like, oh, I just wasted the damage mod when I didn't need to. So it would have been a little bit easier if I didn't do that. Now, the question is, does my opponent have anything they can do? Because, like, I think their best play would be, like, boss... Bring in 1 of the regular Tauros. I can't retreat it. I don't have an Air Balloon at the moment. They're both gone. We'll see. I don't want to Iono either. That doesn't seem very good. If they just hit my active, I win. I mean, they do have boss. They also have no cards in deck now. So also they have to make sure they don't deck out. I even see that. Yeah, they also have 0 cards in deck. So they also have to pray they don't deck out here. Let's see if they got anything they can do. They're either going to deck out, or I'm just going to win by knocking out the active Soul Rock. What is bro cooking? Let's see what they got. Like they're cooked. I don't think they... Yeah, that's it. All right. They didn't do anything. What was our top deck, Nest Ball? Not a very good top deck. This game did get close. This matchup, I think, really does come down to, like, Legacy Energy and Briar being disruptive. Also, like, Fez and Squawk are good targets. So, like, going around the ceruledge is not bad. Taking the first knockout and going on odd prizing isn't a bad way to approach this matchup either, though. If you go on odd prizing, the matchup seems okay. So being able to, like, kill a Soul Rock early on with a Tauros Donk seems good. If you can ever pull that off, seems decent for sure. They also don't really tend to play any hand disruption or a counter stadium, so that's also pretty good. All right, my opponent's got a Toadscool. I'm not sure what this is. Our turn 1, though, is looking pretty good. We got Risky Ruins, Lillie, Research, Energy, Nest Ball, everything a man could need. I don't know what I'm playing against. Is this Toadscool EX? I think that's a fine matchup. Well, I guess like they can block my Night Stretchers, which is not so fine. It actually might be a Toads. Well, actually, it could be Venusaur or Meganium. Honestly, not having access to Night Stretcher is pretty bad, now that I think about it. We got a Super Rod, though. Now, in this situation, do you Lillie or do you Research? I'm not sure what I want to do. We should be able to hopefully kill this Toadscool, though. Take the first prize of the match. Okay, we did prize 1 normal Tauros. Super Rod is in the deck. All our Risky Ruins are in there. I'm going to play Lillie. We're seeing more cards. We are shuffling those in the deck. So let's see if I'm right. That's a pretty good Lillie. But we drew into the Super Rod, which I didn't want to see. We have Nest Ball and we have Boss for next turn. No. Either way, turn 1 knockout. Donk. Donk. Bye-bye, Toadscool. You're dead. Because, yeah, they're playing Toadscool. Not having access to Night Stretcher means we don't have a lot of Tauros. I mean, we can use the Rod, but like I said, the Rod's in our hand. There's Fighting Gong. Maybe I should have grabbed the normal Tauros there, because I drew a Fighting Gong. She could have got me another Tauros. Might have been a misplay, actually, to do that. So it is Mega Venusaur. Okay, Venusaur does have a lot of HP, which is slightly concerning. They also play a lot of Stadium cards, so they should be able to win the Stadium War here. Speak of the devil. Yeah, I maybe misplayed there. I should have grabbed normal Tauros. I didn't expect to get Fighting Gong off the prizes, though. I mean, optimally, I should have checked my prizes, and I knew I prized a Gong, then I should have grabbed the normal Tauros. There's an Iono. Let's see what this gives us. Crack the Rod, which is good. That's a pretty good Iono. We still found a Risky Ruins. Perfect. I think I Hassel here. There's Toadscool and Bayleaf. Let's see if they can get out Venusaur or Meganium. Oh, they got the Meganium out. Okay. We can knock out Teal Mask here, which is good. Do they have energy for Teal Dance? They do. We can kill the Teal Mask, maybe, if we get lucky. We'll see. 3 cards in hand. Anything else? Any Pheasantipides I should see? No. Okay. So it's like, in this situation, I'm like, thinking we promote this. Draw for turn. Okay, good. So the question is, do I play the Risky Ruin, or do I play the Lillie or the Hassel? Probably the Hassel. Yeah, the Hassel seems correct. We just need an energy and a Tauros. Yeah, there we go. We'll take the Night Stretcher. Take Boss. We have Lillie, it's fine. There's a good chance to use our Night Stretcher, get value out of it before my opponent puts down Toadscool. Yeah. We're never knocking out Venusaur, though, keep in mind. Venusaur is never going to get 1-hit KO'd. So that is something we do to be mindful of. We're never one-shotting a Venusaur. It's got too much HP. But we can try 2-shot it. Another Boss, another Energy. The Boss is a little weird. I mean, to be fair, all we have to do is knock out one more 2-prizer, and then we can go around the Venusaur. So we never have to really deal with Venusaur. Depends on how many times they Iono me, I guess. They play, what, 3 Iono? Well, speaking of the devil, there's the Venusaur. They got it. Will they go into it, though? They need more energy. So currently, they don't really... I mean, depends on what's really in their hand, if they have a supporter card or not. If they go Venusaur, bossing the Meganium seems decent. Ooh, they do have a Max Rod. That can get them there. They're getting everything set up here. Yeah, I'm probably just going to do Boss next turn. That's probably the play. Boss KO Meganium. Or we could Boss KO the Toadscool. They're both pretty good targets, because I don't want them to use Toadscool. If they get Toadscool out, I can't use Night Stretcher, and like this deck relies... Well, we have the Rod, but it's like still sketchy, so... That's why, debatably, I maybe Boss kill the Meganium and just... I mean, we take out their Lifeline, but we also take out their Disruption. I'm not sure what's better. It's probably better to just kill the Meganium, to be honest. We'll see. They already have 3 energy in play, though. So, it depends, really. Oh, they're actually attacking with Teal Mask. Interesting. So I'm assuming they're going for an Iono to 1 or something next turn. We're doing 160. So we, on the dot, get to kill Meganium. I'm just going to take this out. I could kill the Ivysaur, but killing the Meganium I think is always correct. Stick the Meganium out here, call it a day. We also don't get Iono to 1. We get Iono to 2. There's another Lillie. More supporters. All right, let's see, let's see. Just the one weakness with this deck is Iono. I saw, like, the build that I based this list off in Japan was playing Lucky Helmet, which I guess isn't terrible. Lucky Helmet / Pokegear are probably good cards to add to this deck. I don't know. Was it Cryptic? Maybe it wasn't Cryptico Meganium. I don't know. We can still two-shot the Mega Venusaur. It's fine. I'm not really that concerned. Thinking about it, maybe it was a little bit better to kill the Meganium. Maybe it was better to kill the Teal Mask in that situation. We'll see if I'm right. They got the Toadcruel out. They have a Lillie. Can they find a Stadium? They do. Oof. Now that I think about it, it might have been a little bit better there to do the different play. I could Arven. I can't get a lot with Arven, though. I don't know if I should Arven. I can guarantee Risky Ruins if I Arven. I don't know. Killing the Meganium still seems okay, because they haven't currently set up another one. Plus, they're down their max rod. They prize the Meganium piece. It gets awkward for them, too, right? So, it's, like, decent. I think KO on the Meganium was correct. Now that the more I think about it, the more I like it. Toadcruel is very annoying here, though, for sure. So I have two options. Arven for Secret Box. Or I can Lillie instead. I kind of like the boss. I think Secret Box is fine. We're never one-shotting this, but we are two-shotting it. So I think Secret Box is okay here. Debating between the Air Balloon and the... I think we get rid of Air Balloon's fine. We're grabbing another supporter, obviously, but it's just nice to have the option. I'm grabbing Air Balloon off this. I'm not doing a whole lot of damage. That Tauros top deck was pretty good. I'll take a Hassel. I mean, they're not guaranteed to have Iono in hand, obviously, so... We'll see. Maybe I should have killed the Toads. I don't know. We can probably... I mean, if we get lucky, we could just win next turn. That's also kind of the plan. We're doing 190. We're still two-shotting Venusaur, probably, if we get lucky, so... Hopefully, we can just win next turn. That'd be ideal. Let's see if my opponent... I could have... I don't know. Maybe I should have grabbed an Iono there instead of a Hassel. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of like Hassling instead of Lillie next turn, though. Especially if they bump the Stadium and stuff. It's a close game. There's Chikorita. They have a Stadium, too. No shot. That's not good. And they have Bayleaf? Bro, don't tell me they have the nuts in hand. I guess that's one way to lose to Mega Venusaur is that they have the Stone Cold Insano nuts. Nope, just a knockout. All right, sick. I have the option to win here, so we'll see. The question is, do I go Tauros with the Air Balloon? It is pretty bad that they got the Stadium there, though. That is pretty cringe. I'm going to go for Hassel. Didn't get it. Okay. Rip. It's not good, actually. I didn't get Rod either. If they have Boss here, we're in trouble. It's not good. We have CC for next turn. We can maybe win with CC. Oh boy. That Stadium bump is pretty bad. And they have Boss, yes, of course. Why would they not have Boss? But they go after the Tauros with the Enter. Really? They're not killing the Paldean Tauros? Hold up. That's interesting. Well, it's basically down to this. If we whiff, we lose. I don't like my chances, though. Wow. I think we're going to lose because of Toadcruel. Because our Night Stretchers are not Yeah, I can't do anything with it. It's giving me the option to play it, which is weird. Not looking good, though. Risky Ruins, yeah. We drew some damage mods, but it's not enough. Yeah. Not enough. Sadly, we lose. We got, I mean, we just couldn't. The problem is they have too many stadiums. I think that really did hurt us. The stadium bump there that they had the turn earlier really hurt me there because I easily could have just killed that Venusaur. So I don't know. Looking back, maybe I shouldn't have killed the Meganium. Maybe I should have just knocked the Teal Mask out. They didn't have an Iono, it looked like, so maybe I should just kill the Teal Mask. That was probably just the better play, I guess. There you go. That is the Tauros deck in action. A pretty fun little one-price deck here. Maybe a little bit closer to Bad Deck Friday, but I think the thing that holds it back from Bad Deck Friday is that, one, you can donk the opponent, and two, you can do an insane amount of damage for 1 energy. And honestly, like, the deck seems okay. It might struggle a little bit against, like, big Stage 2 stuff, albeit maybe Charizard is, like, the only one that I could see being a bit better than Dragapult and Gardevoir and Grim. But it's a fun little one-pricer deck, and it does big damage, and it's really satisfying to play with Risky Ruins and stuff. I don't know really what I would change about the list. Like, I don't know if we really need the Ionos. Iono's still pretty good, though. Like in the early game, it's not bad. It's just like late game, you don't really want to play it because the deck doesn't have a draw engine. The list I did based off of Pokekka was playing Lucky Helmet. So you can like Lucky Helmet your Paldean Tauros, and then you can draw 2 cards, and you can hopefully not get Iono into a dead hand. We do play a lot of supporters. You could also try to fit Pokegear in here if you want. You could play something like Iron Bundle for a little bit of extra like Gust. Because Iron Bundle removes itself off the board, so it doesn't really have anti-synergy with Tauros. That's why we're not playing like Fez or Psyduck or anything. It's because like they sit on the bench, sure, and they protect you, but they also make you do less damage, which hurts your overall damage output. It would be nice to also play the rocks in here. You can't fit the rocks in the deck either. I just see a list also that played in a Molga, which is a cute idea, but I think just going in with Risky Ruin seems fine. But that'll be for me on the Paldean Tauros deck. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. We are on the road here to 85/90K/100,000 subs on the channel. Check out my second channel for even more content. I just reacted to the brand new Zekrom and the new Mega Frost last EX, so check that out if you haven't already. And I got my turn report for my Las Vegas Regionals run down there too. Getting codes, getting my card cap, and use code LDF. Check out TC Evolutions, use code LDF. I'll see you on another video very soon. Bye-bye.